Life with Kimmi. So today I'm going to show you a mock fingerprinting, okay? So I've mentioned it in my videos that this is part of one of my services I offer as a mobile notary, okay? So I'm going to take you from beginning to end, what you need to buy in order to start your fingerprinting services, okay? And again, before I get started, I want to let you know this is state specific, so see what you can do in your state, okay? I am in the state of Georgia, and I do offer mobile fingerprinting. So why would someone need to be fingerprinted? Perhaps they need it for school, they may need it if they're a nurse, if they're a doctor. Who else have I done it for? Traveling is another reason. So right now the police departments are closed, a lot of them still due to COVID. So people still need to get their fingerprinting done. So sometimes the company, whoever is requesting, will send the card to the client and they already have their own card, or I have purchased everything you need and I'll show you what you need to buy in order to complete fingerprinting services for people, okay? So briefly, you will need a pack of ink pads. They're individual, okay? Individual. I don't buy the pads because due to COVID, no one wants to put their fingers on something that someone else has touched, okay? So you can buy these. It's very reasonable on Amazon. You also will buy the cards, which is called a FD 258. That's Frank David 258. Fingerprinting cards, okay? And this is where you will actually roll the fingerprints, okay? That's the card, and these are the ink pads, okay? You also want to make sure that you download this form, which is a FD 258. It's the instructions, okay? The guide for completing your FD 258. So the most important thing about completing a card is you want to use black ink. You guys know I've talked about ink before. You want to make sure you use black ink, and this card needs to be filled out completely. Only one section you may not complete, and that's section 5, okay? Other than that, I'm going to use the guide right quick and go over it with you. So you'll have your card in your hand. You're completing this for the client. The only thing they will do on here is sign and date, and you want to put a reason why they're being fingerprinted. Normally it's for an employer, okay? So some of the things you want to look out for on completing the form, and this is self-explanatory, is the first name, last name, first, middle, initial. Actually, you write the whole name, okay? And then you want to make sure you print this because it's going to have the demographics, which would include the hair color, the eye color, and things of that sort. So you want to make sure you have the correct coding on your card, okay? And all of that is listed here for you. The eye color, like black, is BLK. Hair color, if it's black, is BLK. The race categories is white, black, Asian, Indian. And if they're male or female, what height, weight, eye. So you want to make sure you print this, okay? Do not start fingerprinting if you don't have the instructions, okay? You can print this online. So to get started with your mobile fingerprinting business, all you need is your instructions, the cards, and this. That's it. That's all you need to get started, okay? Now, a couple more tips with the fingerprinting. How I do my charging of fingerprinting services is the first 2 cards I include in that, whatever my base is, you have to see what your base rate is. I include 2 cards. Each additional card is a charge, okay? So that's how I make my money with that. I also put all of my items in this handy dandy little briefcase. So you saw my notary bag video already, but in this, I put all my fingerprinting stuff. So when I roll up, I pull it out, bam, 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 I'm organized, okay? So a couple more things with the fingerprinting that's important. Let's see. So also, guys, I wanted to just mention what the fingerprinting consists of, okay? So you have what's called either wet ink, that's when you're using this, or you also have something called live scan. Live scan is a machine that does the same thing. You roll the fingerprints, but it's all done electronically. So you have to be a licensed representative or have one of those machines, which they can cost a lot of money. It may be something you want to fit in your business plan. It doesn't fit in mine because it's just not that much need for me to invest thousands of dollars into it, but it's something you may want to think of. It's another option for you, okay? Also, with the fingerprinting, you want to make sure you include it on your Google My Business page. That is very important. So we're going to do a video, I don't know if it'll be before this or after this, about Google My Business, but you want to list fingerprintings, and then you also want to just include a picture of a fingerprint card that's been completed on your pictures for your Google My Business so people can see that you do that. So they will find you in Google My Business because they'll put in fingerprinting near me and you'll pop up. So you also want to add that as one of your list of categories in the Google My Business. So you already have notary. Once you start offering fingerprinting, you'll put that in that category under notary. And then when people put in fingerprinting, you will pop up, okay? So that's my last tip on that. And now I'm actually going to do a phone call to show you what that sounds like, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to take you through the actual phone call and what that sounds like when someone calls me for mobile fingerprinting services, okay? Hello, thank you for calling Non Better Notary. This is Kimberly. How may I help you? Oh, okay, you need to get your fingerprints done? Okay, just a couple questions for you. So did your company or whoever's requesting this, did they say it had to be rolled the old-fashioned way with ink and cards? Or does it need to be done electronically? Okay. Okay, they said it can be done with the cards. Okay, do you have your own cards? Okay, you have 2. Okay, great. So I have everything else that you need, okay. So, you have your current ID, correct? Okay, very good. So I'll go ahead and what time would you like your appointment? Okay, sure, I'll come to you. Yes, sir, the first 2 cards are included. And you only need 2. Okay, well, very good. Like I said, I have everything else, and I have your appointment down for Monday at noon, and I'll be there shortly, okay? All right, my pleasure. Okay, so I made it to the appointment with my client who needs to be fingerprinted. I'm going to walk you through the process, okay? Let's go. Okay, so hi, thank you. So nice to meet you. Can I just look at your ID right quick?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you are who you say you are. Very good. And then what I'm going to do is fill out this form right quick, okay? This is the form, this is the card, the fingerprint card. And I'm going to go ahead and fill that out, so give me just a second.
Okay.
And may I ask what is your height and weight, please?
My height is 4'11", and my weight is about 150.
Okay, thank you. And your place of birth, please?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, thank you. And the rest over here I can get from the license. Okay, very good. I'm going to get you to go ahead, ma'am, if you don't mind, please, and sign here for me.
Okay.
Thank you. And what's the reason for fingerprinting today? Sign right there for me.
You didn't tell me.
Thank you. Is that for your traveling needs?
What do you want me to say?
Is that for your traveling to Mexico?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay. So we're all set. So we're going to go ahead and start. It shouldn't take us that long here. I have a clean fingerprint pad for you. And what I'm going to get you to do is press really hard. We'll start with your finger.
All my fingers?
Yeah, we're going to do each finger. Very good. We'll press hard. Thank you. Very good. If I can get you to go ahead, we'll start here with your left thumb. Perfect. Very good. All right. And while we got that, we'll move on. Very good. You've done this before, huh?
No.
Okay. And then we'll get the next one. Thank you. How about that one?
I did that one.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I didn't do this one.
Okay.
That one right here.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Do that one for me. Okay. Very good. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get that little finger. Uh-oh. Thank you, ma'am. And kind of roll it right there. Perfect. All right. Let's do the other hand, please. Thank you. We'll start with that thumb right there, please.
Down here?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We'll go ahead to the next one.
Uh-oh. Where you want this one at?
Let's start right there. Actually, I'm sorry, right here, ma'am.
Oh,
right,
down here?
Yes, right there. Perfect. We'll do the next one.
Which one? Oh, I got mixed.
Thank you.
Right here?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Go ahead and do that one. Push it hard. Thank you. Right there. Thank you. Right there. All right. And then we're going to do all 4. So one, put a little ink on each one. And going to lay them right there. Just like perfect. Okay, perfect. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Each finger. And then lay all 4 like that. No, this time it's just all 4, ma'am. Perfect. Thank you so much. So that completes our fingerprinting. I am going to leave this with you as a parting gift that you were fingerprinted today.
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and give you a wipe for your fingers. You can wipe those off. And you're all set. It's been our pleasure, okay?
Mine too, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, so that concludes our fingerprinting process today. That was my mom who was willing to be our fingerprinting client, okay? So your job probably will go a little bit smoother than that, I'm sure. But bottom line is you're going to gently roll each finger, okay? You can use this one ink pad for everything. And as I showed you with the example of my mom or our client, you're going to do the 4, and then you'll lay the 4 there, and then each thumb, okay? The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. Once you get the hang of it, it'll be very easy. So I hope I have simplified the fingerprinting process for you. I know that this will be a nice addition to your business. It doesn't have a lot of cost to get started. Again, you need ink pads, the cards, and the instructions, okay? That's all you need to start your fingerprinting business. Again, make sure that your state allows for fingerprinting, okay? If it does allow for mobile fingerprinting, you're ready to go. Get that money. This has been Notary Life with Kimmi. My pleasure.